A little prelim, right? Just a little prelim, so we can let me put you guys in a mute on a mode where you can unmute yourself. I generally, I like to start these trainings with some Q&A first because it'll kind of get my juices going, if you will, and this will allow me to get the topic ready for those that are coming at 9. But I wanted to jump on here about 30 minutes early to get warmed up with you guys to see how you want to take this fourth quarter by storm. Let me tell you guys something. You guys that jumped on here early, man. Like, all joking aside. I talked to Brian House today about maybe 2 hours ago. And when I tell you guys, he is working tirelessly behind the scenes to put some things together for the first quarter of next year. Learn the skills that you learned at Game Changer. I mean, tighten, hone, or what's the word? Develop and improve the skills that you learned at Game Changer. Take what I'm going to give you tonight and get rooted in the basics. And I promise you guys, man, 2020 may have been rough for a lot of people, spiritually, financially, emotionally, physically, socially, everything, right? But I always tell people when things get dark for you, there's light coming. And I can't give you guys all the information. Don't ask, because I'm a great keeper of secrets. But when I tell you that you haven't seen anything as far as the done for you business, it's going to be unbelievable. And the person that's going to win is the person who understands the basic fundamentals that it takes to build a distribution base. I want you to make sure you write that down. I am building a distribution base. Sometimes you guys get too caught up in minute details, right? If a person doesn't want to be part of your distribution base, that's fine. If a person quits your distribution base, that's fine. What you're building over the next 5 years is a distribution. You got to know that up front. And when you know what type of business you're in, then it'll help you develop and maintain the mentality necessary to keep going, right? So you're in the distribution business. Now, finances and empowerment and education and done-for-you services and those things are what we offer. But what you have to master is how to build a distribution base. That way, no matter what Making Wealth Real launches, you have a distribution base of people for it to channel through. So never forget why we do these nuances, why I stay on you guys about personal growth and self-development, why I stay on you guys about the importance of owning a business, why I stay on you guys about long-term thinking, 3 to 5 year run, not a 3-month run, not a 6-month run, a 3 to 5 year run to change your children and their children's legacy. This is why I stay on you guys, because, and I stay in your face, because I know how easy it is for you to slip. And just because 10 people told you no this week, you think the business has no longevity, right? Or just because 5 people said you suck this week, then you think, you know, they're right and you're wrong. That's not the case at all. You're building a distribution base of people. So the first thing you got to do is understand people in general. The reason I can close a lot of people is because I understand people. I know the excuses they're going to make before they make them. I've heard them a million times. But why have I heard them a million times? Because I failed 2 million times. You see? So people see me today, they wonder why I can get on the phone and close a person out, or why nothing bothers me, or why this prospect that makes $800 million a minute is, I'm not nervous. No, I'm not nervous. I mean, I've talked to 1,000,001 prospects. Who is he? You know what I mean? So you have to get your mistakes out the way so that when momentum hits Making Wealth Real, you are in position. Please put that in your notes. Get your mistakes out the way. That's important. Get your mistakes out the way. So when momentum hits the company, you're one of those people that's like, man, I was back in 2020. It's 2022. And look at this company today. I was in back in 2020 where I didn't even know what a three-way call was. I didn't know what edification was. I was doing it wrong. I didn't have no videos on YouTube. I didn't have none of that stuff. And look at you today in 2022. You see, that's the kind of forward thinking you guys got to start having. Anytime you own a business, it's not a job. The gratification is not always immediate. It's not as always as, you know, it doesn't come as quick as you want. But you already know what immediate gratification does and what that looks like. And then I always ask you, where has that gotten you, right? So try some delayed gratification in your life. Try sowing and sowing and sowing and sowing, then you reap in like 6 to 12 months, like you wouldn't believe. So I want you guys to make sure you always keep that mentality. With that being said, I talked to Andamo. about 3 days ago, and he's working tirelessly behind the scenes. I haven't told any of you guys about what I'm working on in conjunction with corporate. So myself, Brian House, and Andamo are working tirelessly behind the scenes on some things that you guys are gonna look up and say, man, why did I waste so much time with these prospects that's playing around? Why did I waste so much time with QFDs that's playing around? Don't have that pain of regret where you wasted a lot of time with people. Okay, I'm just telling you, don't be that person. Don't be that man, don't be that woman. Don't be that person. So that's my little soapbox. Let me put you in a position where you can come off mute and talk to me real quick. What questions do you have regarding building the business? This is an open forum. What do you call the things? What do you call it like on local politics where the city come together and walk down to the microphone and they got the city leaders up in front of the room? What's that?
Town hall.
Town hall. Yeah. There you go. Thank you. This is like our town hall, right? So no question is too silly. You got different people on the Zoom. They're in different stages. Some of you guys started in October, right? We're 7 days in October. Some of you guys just started in September. You really haven't had a chance to get up and running. Some of you guys started this summer. You know, welcome back. So it doesn't matter what your question is. This is like a town hall meeting where before my actual training at 9 o'clock, I just want to jump on with you guys so you can always have a chance to speak to me directly if you have any questions or if you need any support. So consider this a town hall meeting. No question is too silly. Talk to me, no matter what your level is. What kind of question you got for me? It's also helps me know where I may be dropping the ball as a trainer. I don't mind.
Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Bean. This is Gwendolyn Dotson.
Hey there.
I want to say thank you for all the information. I appreciate all what you have taught me and made me grow my business. With me being in business, I didn't know about business, sales, marketing, nothing, but following your format, your training, and me getting on all the game changer has changed my life. And I just have to say it to you again. Thank you, because it helped me and then it helped my family to see a different way of how we were doing finances. So I thank you again.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Anybody else? Thanks, Gwen. Thanks for being so committed and plugging in all the time.
Mr. Brian Bean.
Who goes there?
This is Jeff Santos.
What's up, Jeff? You got a question for me? Talk to me.
Yes. Okay. One of the things that, well, first, let me say ditto to what the young lady said just now.
Thank you.
With the thank yous. And let me tell you, I have some experience, and I had to throw away 2/3 of it when I started learning your stuff because it was obsolete compared to what I was learning from you.
Thank you, man.
And I appreciate that. Follow-up. How much follow-up is enough and how much follow-up is too much?
Good question. Okay, great question. He said, follow-up, guys, how much is enough and how much is too much? I want you guys to write this down as a good foundational principle in the people business. The situation is the boss. The situation is the boss. If you guys ever notice, I'm real careful with my words, right? I don't like using words like everybody or everyone or all the time, or I'm even careful when I use the word people, like in certain contexts, right? People this and people that. No, it's not people this and people that. Like, what do you mean people? Now I might say people are a trip because people are a trip. Or I might say, I talk to people all the time. I'm saying like, I'm careful when I categorize things, right? So my point, Jeff, is when I say the situation is the boss, when it comes to follow-up, it all depends on your relationship to that person. Let me give you an example. I meet a cold market person online, and we set a time to talk at 3:30, and they don't pick up. And watch this. I got 72 people on my list. Now, me and that person set a time to talk at 3:30, and they don't pick up. I'm not calling them back because I got 71 more people. Like, who are you? I didn't know you. Didn't know you before. Not gonna talk to you again since. You had an appointment. You didn't keep it. Cool. Am I making sense? Now, you're new in the business. You got 3 people on your list. You got a 7 o'clock appointment. They didn't pick up. Can we try again tomorrow? Okay. So, you see what I'm saying, Jeff?
Absolutely.
I mean, it depends. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay? This is your favorite cousin, and you know they're really busy. They are a medical professional. So right now times are crazy, but they promise you they will look at the video, and they promise you they'll talk to you tomorrow. They drop the ball. I'm gonna call my cousin back. Hey man, I know you're busy. I know things are crazy, because I really want it from my cousin. You see what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
there's no, hey Jeff, after 2 calls, I'm done. And after 1 no-show, I'm done. No. What was the situation? Did the person respect you enough to be like, hey, can we reschedule? Did they shoot you a text message? Hey, I'm busy right now. I did not forget about you. You know what I'm saying? Or did they just flat disrespect you and they ain't hit you back since you talked to them? You know what I'm saying?
Because they're telling you they're not interested. That's what they tell me.
Yeah, they're telling you it's called a polite no. Okay? Please write that down. Understand or write this down. Recognize a polite no. Okay? Recognize a polite no.
Okay.
So that's a great question, because a lot of times people feel like there are parameters, right? How many times do you follow up? How many times do you call back? The situation is the boss. You know, I talked to a few people that I personally sponsored. I won't call any names or anything because I don't want to mess up, but like a few times before they actually joined the business, you know? And I talked to some people one time and they joined the business. And the people that you don't see on the Zoom didn't join the business. So you will never know. You know what I'm saying? So I just base it on the level of respect they have for our appointment, their level of communication with me. Am I starting to feel like I'm chasing you? And I also base it on how many people I got in the pipeline. If my pipeline full and we make an appointment and you miss it, that's your loss, not mine at all. You know? So you got to know how you feel about that lead.
Got you.
Yes.
Perfect answer. Thank you.
No problem. Was that you, Zona?
Yeah.
Nicole here.
Oh, let me go. Okay, Zona, I got you. Let me go on Nicole first.
Okay. Hey, so I have this all the time. When I send them the video, they want to know, they say that they don't have any time to watch the video. And they want me to explain it to them. And I'm like, man, you need to watch this video. But anyway, what do you tell them when they ask you to tell them to
Great question. Great question. So let me tackle this for you. All right, guys. So what she said basically, you know, sometimes the prospect is like, I don't have time to watch the video. Why can't you explain it? Right? Now, Nicole, I'm gonna show you something, because this is so funny, right? Isn't it funny that if you explain it, they don't know how long it's gonna take you to explain it. In their mind, you explaining it is quicker. Am I right?
Yeah.
Now, do you know I've had prospects, and this is just where your experience and your posture got to come in. I've had prospects to say, Brian, why don't you just explain it to me, right? Let's say I explain it, and it takes 30 minutes. Do you know how long the video was?
30 minutes.
30 minutes, right? So my point is, when they are saying, I need you to explain it, what they really want is the cliff note, or what they think is the cliff note or shorter version. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because truthfully, you don't know how long it's gonna take me to explain it. So you think me explaining it is gonna be shorter than you watching the video. When the truth is, here's your posture. I know you're gonna have a million questions if I explain it. I know that you're not gonna understand the comp plan if I explain it. I know that you're not gonna understand the credit and the portal and how it works if you don't see it. I know you're not gonna know the 4 challenges if I don't break them all down. So what's gonna happen is, if I explain it to you, the conversation is actually gonna be longer. Am I right?
Yeah.
Now, you know that, and I know that, but here's what I just wanted to I'm giving you understanding first. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Now here's tactically how you handle it. Listen, I could explain it to you, but you're going to have questions that are explained in the video. Now, Nicole, what you gotta do is get it up off you. And that's the power of tonight's topic in 15 minutes. You got to get it up off you so they won't think you got the answers anyway. Let me give you an example. If Oprah Winfrey said, watch this video first and then she wants to talk to you, is that person going to say, Nicole, explain to me what Oprah wants me to do?
No.
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 Not at all. Am I right?
Right.
They don't want to look bad in front of Oprah. they're gonna do what Oprah said. If Barack Obama says, listen, I need you to take 30 minutes and watch this video, so when I fly in or we get on the Zoom, you'll already be prepared for our conversation. If Barack Obama says, watch the video, are they gonna say, Nicole, what are you talking about? Give me the dirty version. No. Am I right?
Right.
What's the difference? Barack asked for it, Oprah asked for it, nothing but respect, do what they say, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta make me, in your case, you gotta make me Barack, because I'm asking them to watch it for our consultation. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
See, what y'all gotta remember, every business has some prerequisites, okay? Every business, when you go to see a lawyer or a doctor or anybody, they make you sign in, don't they?
Yeah.
You can't say, I don't feel like signing in, I ain't making no appointment, I'm gonna get there when I get there. They're like, well, you can't come to this practice. See, every business has prerequisites.
Right.
They need something from you. You don't need something from them. If they want to learn how to improve their cash flow, and I'm gonna show you the difference. Here's the big difference, Nicole. I'm so glad we had these sessions. Here's the big difference. If they wanna learn how to improve their cash flow, they gotta watch these videos before we talk.
Yeah.
If they wanna learn how to make money, you lost your power, because now you got them thinking you need them in your business.
Mm-hmm.
See, when people try to tell you how to run the narrative, it's because in their mind, you need them.
Okay.
I gotta get y'all to get that. When people try to tell you how to run the narrative, what they've done is they flipped it and they got you thinking, now I need you to just break it down for me real quick. No, if you want your credit higher, if you want your taxes down, if you want to know about land banking, if you want to know your millionaire date, you need to watch these videos, because you know what? These for your finances, not mine. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you pitch a business, hey, give me the rundown, give me the quick and dirty, I ain't got time. See, they flipped it on you mentally like you soliciting. That's why they doing that.
Mm.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk
Yeah.
about that a little more in a second, but I want you to understand the psychology of people. What they're doing is translation, give me the quick and dirty, I'm busy enough as it is, so I can shoot you to the side, I ain't got time. But if you say, listen, we're talking about income shifting, the Bill Gates of our industry is running this company. He's a multi-millionaire. He sold several companies for millions and millions of dollars. This is his fourth and final company. He wants us to be part of his legacy. We're looking for people like you who want to improve their finances and work with him. Brian House, you see how that works?
Yeah.
When Nicole, give me the quick and dirty. He doesn't like for us to give the quick and dirty because he wants people to make millions of dollars the right way. And because I'm not a millionaire, my name is Nicole, not Brian House. I want to follow the instructions that the multi-millionaire said. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. He wants you to watch these videos so you can get on the phone with one of our business partners. You see how you get them up off you?
Yes.
Guys, that's the business. And we're going to go into it in detail tonight. The business is getting people off you. Okay? Hold on, Zona. Give me 1 second.
He just answered everything.
And it costs you second best. All of them, you look at Leandra came here.
Okay, Zona.
He just answered everything that I wanted to
Answer everything you had? Okay. Yeah, so let me, I'm glad you said that, because let me pick up on that. I want y'all to get this. Put this in your notes. You must learn to move people to action without touching them. You must learn to move people to action without touching them. This is an art, guys. It's an art to learn how to charismatically get a person to the information when they think they're too busy, but you know it's good for them. When they want you to give them the cliff notes, but you know they're gonna have a million questions. See, you gotta know that the best way for them to understand it is the way you giving it to them. Does that make sense? You gotta know that. You gotta know that the best way for them to understand it is the way you're giving it to them. See, I know that in my heart, that if I pique you, give you a little bit, pass you, get you off me. You see a webinar, you get a little bit more. We do some Q&A, you get a little bit more. I put you on the website, you get a little bit more. See, I know that that's good for you. You don't know that that's good for you. Does that make sense? I know that that's the way that you need to see it. But you gotta know that I know you better than you. See, that's the thing. Some of you guys, you don't know that the strategic enrollment, the 5 steps that we use, that's the best way for them to get this information. They think the shorter route is better. You see the difference? That's the nuance. Hey, Gary.
Hi, Brian. I have a question. This is Brenda.
Okay, Gary, let me go with Brenda, then I got you, okay? Since I said that way, I heard her voice, so I can come back to you. Yeah, Brenda.
Oh, okay. Now, I've sent out the, have you ever learned the concept of income shifting question to the text to a lot of people, and only a few of them have responded, right? So, for instance, sometimes I'll do it twice, and then after twice, if they don't respond, I don't bother them anymore. So for some people I know, like if they started working on a project that's really big and they say, well, you know, I will, but I can't at this time, I have too much on my plate. So when I'll say, okay, I'll circle back to you at a later time. So like how much time is a good enough time to circle back to that person? Like wait till like maybe that next month or something, or is that too long?
Okay, great question. This is good stuff. So I want you to write this down, guys. Get permission. Get permission and set an appointment. See, you guys are you trying to do too much guesswork, and that's gonna make you tired and gray, right? You're doing too much guesswork. When do I follow up? When do I get permission? Hey, Danielle, I know you're real busy. I know you got your project. You tell me what the best open window is for you. You want to talk in the next 2 to 3 days, or you want to talk in the next week? Now, if y'all notice, I want y'all to. I'm gonna show y'all how smooth I am with this. I ain't bragging, but I'm smooth with it. I'm serious. Watch this. You want to talk in the next 2 or 3 days? Or you want to talk in the next week? Do y'all know it's really no difference? it's really no difference. They you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna pick the longer one. Girl, give me a week. I'm telling you what they're gonna say. Give me a week. You're like, it ain't it's 3 days. It's the same thing, right? But my point to you guys is, I know people. And I know that I have to give you 2 choices. Y'all always hear me talk about this. If I give you 2 choices, you will pick one. You will pick one. Now, the difference, Brenda, what I'm gonna do this time though, is I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about somebody else being on the phone with me that time. See, the reason y'all getting a runaround is because you too busy doing it by yourself. You're not bringing an elevated partner with you. You doing it by yourself. You're not bringing an elevated partner. It's called a higher source dynamic. When I make that next appointment, hey, Danielle, Kim, I know you're busy, whatever. Look, the next time we talk, I already told my business partner about you. I'm gonna have her on the line. She's like the Oprah Winfrey of our business. She not messing with everybody. She not fooling with everybody, but we're building something big over the next 2 years. And I thought you may want to be a part of it. So I want you to understand, when we call you back, I'm gonna have somebody on the phone that I made an appointment with. See, I'm anchoring them with my new person.
Okay.
See, if y'all keep anchoring your friends with you, here's what you're missing. They can always wiggle out of you because y'all friends. So you know what they're saying? I'll see you at the family reunion. You know what they're saying? I'll see you at work tomorrow. You know what they're saying? We're gonna be playing chess next week. We're gonna be on the basketball court next Friday. I'm gonna get with you on that stuff then. See, Oprah not on the court Friday. Oprah not playing chess with us this Tuesday. Oprah don't work with us. You gotta get on Oprah's schedule.
Gotcha.
See, all of y'all that's trying to talk to your friends yourself, you can forget it. You can't. All you can do to your friends is peek them. Let me, Gary, I got you. Let me just give you some takeaways. We ain't even got started with the topic yet, right? We have, but we haven't. Stop talking to your own people. Let's just start there, right? Stop talking to your own people. You can pick your own people, but after that, your job is done. Can't no prospect wiggle me into giving them the information the way they want it. You can't, because it's gonna make it harder on me. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna make, I know it's gonna be harder on me, because the minute I say something, you're gonna go, now how does that work? I'm like, if you watch the 5-minute video and we talk about the Financial Edge membership in 5 minutes, right? How does the daily pay work? If you watch video 3, we go over it and you can see the checks and everything. So I know what's gonna happen if I explain it to you. So let's start there. Let's get an understanding today as you guys ramp up. You can't talk to your own people, guys. You have to have another person that you involve in every conversation. Even if that person's not there, I'm talking about this mystical figure where you always talking about somebody higher than you. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And Gary, I'm coming to you after this. Let me give y'all some psychology. This is important. See, everybody look at my fingers. If it's me, no, look at my fist. If it's me and you, meaning the prospect and you, y'all can collide, y'all can bump heads, can't you? Because it's only 2 people, am I right?
Yes.
Right? Now, if it's me, my business partner, and you, psychologically, you already out what?
Outnumbered.
You outnumbered. See, people want to be part of a group. So when it's me and my business partner and we talking to you, you like, let me see what they doing. Does that make sense? But when it's your friend and you, girl, I'm busy. You know, these kids out of school, they drive me crazy. This virtual learning. I picked up a part-time job, this and that. See, y'all going at it. But 2 is whatever, and 3 is a crowd. Or 3's company, whatever.
2's company, 3's a crowd.
2's
We
company.
knew what you meant, Brian. We got you though.
We got
what
you.
you
We
were
know what you're
saying.
talking about.
Yeah, I remember the show 3's company, so I don't know what happened. But okay.
I'm watching it now.
Hey, Brian, this is Austin. I got a quick question before you start.
Hold on,
9 o'clock.
I promise Gary, and I want to forget. Who's that talking?
Austin.
Okay, Austin, I'm gonna come to you after Gary.
All right.
Gary, what you got?
Hey, Brian, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, man.
Good. Always good to see your face, man. I got 2 questions. I'm about 45 days into the business. So when I pick people and they ask me to explain the business to them, I tell them at the risk of confusing them, let you watch the video, which is going to give you a wealth of information where I might miss something, and it's too important for me to mess up. I want you to get all the information that you can get. So I always try to point them through that by not allowing them to know that I don't know the business the way I should know it, but pointing them to somebody that knows the business like the back of their hand.
Now, let me just add a cherry on top. I ain't mad at you because you obviously understand the importance of higher source dynamic. You got that, right? So I ain't mad at you. But let me add a cherry. Go ahead and give them the next 2 steps. See, you got to understand people. What they want is some person-to-person interaction, right? That's what they're seeking. Am I right?
True.
Now, what we're saying is, I'm new, so I don't want to be the person. Am I right?
Right.
But I will bring you a person, but he wants you to do this first.
Okay.
See, the person is going to get what they want. I got to get y'all to understand that. They're going to get what they want, but they got to get it whose way?
Your way.
Our way.
Right.
Our way.
Our way. They going to get what they want. See, Gary, what you got to read between the lines. They want person-to-person interaction. They don't want to understand a video. They don't have time. They're too busy. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make you watch the video because the next step is the person that you want to talk to. You see the difference?
Right.
So I ain't mad at what you're doing at all. But the caveat that you're missing is letting them know that once they see that, they're gonna get that person-to-person interaction.
Okay. And the second thing, and this is really some advice that I want from you. I've had actually a millionaire join up under me, and I've been trying to. He has like 16 businesses, and he wants me to do a presentation for his employees because he doesn't have time.
Right.
But the problem is trying to get all of those employees on a Zoom at the same time to do a presentation, not by myself. I already know that I can't do that by myself. It's just that he's so busy that we keep missing each other. And when we schedule any kind of confirmation of time where we can actually do this, something comes up for him. And I know that him already being a millionaire, this thing is, if something comes up, he got to handle that first. So my question is, do I still try to latch on to this thing with him, or?
Right. Okay, let me show you something. The best way to learn something is to teach it. Right? I'm gonna have you teach me something. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's a millionaire, right?
Yes, sir.
Who do you know who's earned $1 million in this industry?
You.
Who?
You, Christy.
Okay. Should me and him talk?
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, have you called me?
No, sir.
Now, the best way to learn something is to teach it. Will all his employees ever be able to get on the Zoom at one time?
No, sir.
Has he given you permission to speak to his employees?
To a degree.
To a degree, not just randomly, but he's letting you know that that's his goal, right?
Right.
Okay. Do we have to get everybody on one webinar at one time, or can we do 10?
We can do it at any time that we can do it at any time, because we're always doing those things, these webinars, so we can, whenever they have the opportunity to get on, they can get on.
So my point is, we don't have to go for what's called a pink elephant. We can set up a campaign where we do 2 per week for him for 4 weeks. Am I right?
Okay. Yeah.
If we do 2 a week for 4 weeks, will we eventually get, not all of them, but will most of them see it?
Yes, sir.
Then all you got to do is edify who?
You.
And let me speak to him, but you got to make me, see, let me tell you what you're doing. You see how you just edify him and he this big time millionaire? Well, guess what you need to do?
I need to do that for you, and let him know he need to be talking to you to make more money as a millionaire.
Well, I know another millionaire.
See,
Y'all two need to talk.
I want you to understand this. The reason I had you go through that, because I want y'all to stop thinking so hard. If you got a millionaire that's busy, and we specialize in busy people, and we want to help his employees, you got to edify me to him, just like you edify him to me just now.
Right, right.
Because you know what I'm saying right now? Guess what you think I'm saying in my mind? I can't wait to meet him.
Okay, what I was saying, it sounds silly, but I know that this is your baby, you know, and this is what you love doing. You love doing. But the man in me, the inside of me saying, man, you know, I don't want to be a burden. You know, I don't want to be trying to do this. But I know it's not a burden, but the inside of me feels like, man, you know, do I reach out to him? And then I believe in protocol. So do I go past my sponsor, past, you know, such and such?
Gary, hold up. This is good. Gary, who has made $1 million?
You have.
Period.
Period.
No, stop worrying about protocol. See, that's the, and I feel like, man, we built a cyber relationship. So I'm gonna come at you for a minute. Gary, you thinking too hard. This is what I do for a living. You just edified the hell out of this millionaire. I can't wait to talk to him. Now, do you know how he would feel if you do the same thing for me?
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, man, let me talk to him. And guess what? In the end, guess who's gonna win the biggest in the end? All of his what?
His employees.
When your heart is in the right place, Gary, you don't worry about the how and the man in you and all that. That's killing you, bro. You could miss $1 million opportunity to change your grandkids' future with that man inside of you holding you back.
Yeah, I mean, because he's actually told me, because I often when I call him and I talk to him a lot, he always say, I said, man, look, I hate to be a bother. And he always said, well, you're not bothering me, man. You trying to help me get more money on top of the money I've already got. He said, so you never bothering me. So
And Gary, you got two guys saying you not bothering us. So that's
Okay.
you.
then you say no more. You want to say no more?
Okay, you got it?
I got you.
All right.
I got you.
Y'all put this in your notes. Get out of my own way. Get out of my own way. I can't do these trainings on edification and using the system and Gary using us if I don't mean it. I really mean it. You know what I'm saying? It's not just talk. Like y'all have to use the resources. Those of us that are full-time, me, Christy, Charles Ivory, Quanta Sims, Chuck. Well, Chuck might as well be full-time. A lot of these guys, districts, we full-time. We look for the opportunity to form what we call strategic partnerships like that. What do you mean I'm too busy? Are you crazy?
One other thing. What's the proper way of getting you two guys to communicate?
You know what I would do? I would put a text message group with me, you, and him and say, hey guys, I figured two of the most influential people and powerful guys I know should meet and let me have it. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
So you got to understand one thing about your boy, man. If you pull me into that group text, I don't care who he is. I'm going to take it from there.
Okay. I believe you. You ain't got to tell me I believe you. I believe you. You know, I've listened to you talk for the last 45 days and, you know, I feel like you're sincere. You know, I know your heart is in it. And the proof is in the pudding, man. You know, like when I first met you, I asked you about how do you change the mindset of somebody that's in their late 50s, you know, 60s and things like that. And you told me, you know, you just got to unlearn everything and relearn.
That's right.
Unlearn and relearn, you know.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to unlearn and relearn. You know, I'm at retirement age right now, but I ain't ready to retire.
I know. So I want you you gonna pull that group text together?
Yes, sir, I am.
Put me and him in a group text and just say, hey, two of the guys I respect the most, this is so-and-so, this is Brian I've been telling you about. Brian, this is so-and-so, and you just move out the way.
Okay, I got you.
All right?
I got to get your number, though, to do that.
I got you.
All right.